What is going on, boys and girls of YouTube? Today, we are knocking out a top 5 hunters / ADC video. I'm going back to the roots. We're going to go over what's best from 5 to 1, so you'll know the very, very best to what else you could be playing. I'm going to go over 2 different builds between all the hunters. You should be covered and know what you're doing if you get stuck playing hunter or you are a hunter main and you just want to know what's going on right now. This is as much based on SPL and top ranked as I could possibly make it. I'm literally copying other pros builds, so you could argue blah 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 blah, but this is literally what multiple pros are running. I'm copying it straight off what they've been running. I'm not adding my own shit to it. And we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Outside of that, the top 5 supports and solos will be next, and then we're gonna wrap back around. We're gonna do mids and jungles again because they've shifted around a little bit, but for now, top 5 hunters, this video, knocking it out. Hell fucking yeah. Also, on top of that, we are still working with Manscaped. I know a lot of you guys saw the DM Brandon Rose video. You guys killed the shit out of Manscaped. You guys have been buying the fuck out of it. I'm assuming you like it because I've gotten literally hundreds of comments between stream and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram about it, that you guys like it. So remember, code weekend, 20% off. Go grab that shit right freaking now and quit slacking. Get it. Go get it right now. Link's below. Link is right there in the comments. Go get it. All right. So we're going to start this off. We're going to start off with a number 5 hunter, and it's going to be Rama. So we're working our way from 5 to the 5th best to the actual best. And we're going to go over a build real quick, the best I can. So you're going to start Hunter's Blessing, and you are going to go into Lifesteal, and you're going to get yourself Devil Gloves. Grab those Devil Gloves right there. And the idea is going to be a normal sustain Rama build. So you're going to finish up. Realistically, if you're not the best player, you might want to go boots first. If you are a decent player and can play safe enough, finish the devos, get yourself some boots. The way that I look at boots, and most people look at boots in ranked or wherever you're playing your ADCs, is if they have an attack steroid that's going to be consistently up when you need it, you're going to go Warrior Tabby. If you don't, then you're going to go Ninja Tabby, and then if you are going some weird attack speed build with like Silver Branch at the end and you're overcapping, then you're going to grab Ninja Tabby then too. But for now, I mean, because you're going to eventually sell the boots anyway, so it's really not the end of the world. Rama, we're going to grab Warrior Tabby boots. We are then going to go ahead and grab Oboe, which seems to be freaking killing it right now. Like literally just being far and above so strong. The poke you get from Oboe, the attack speed, the ability to just clear the wave straight up, like without really focusing on your abilities, is insanely strong. Plus, hunters are being left alone. So just being able to do that, clear the wave as fast as possible, clear buffs as fast as possible, rotate around as fast as possible, super clutch. And then when you are in the team fights, you're getting that AoE, that consistent damage going around over and over and over again. So it's really strong. And then, as I said, there's going to be 2 builds. This is the main build that I've seen like a million times over compared to the other build. You're going XE. You are then going ahead and grabbing yourself Concise. And then after Concise, you're getting yourself more penetration, and you are grabbing a Titan's Bane. And then if you get to the point where you can sell boots, people are getting the second lifesteal item. They're getting Aussie. This comes into play because objectives right now, specifically fire, really hard to do. You get fucked up. So having that, being able to like pull it for a few seconds and stay at decently high health and bait it in, super strong, as well as just sustaining in and out of fights. If you're attacking somebody, you're going to be lifestealing a shit ton. If you get poked out, you can go hit a creep wave, and heal up to full very fast. So this build just seems to be killing it. Like I said, I've seen this build over and over again. Very strong build. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover what we've seen a little bit of. We haven't seen it a shit ton, so I think we'll probably see it more. At least it's what some of the pros are running and we are seeing. And we're gonna go ahead and drop all the items. I'm literally looking at the build to make sure I'm not fucking this up, by the way, so don't freak out on me. So this is gonna be consistent through some of the hunters. It'll change, I guess, depending on the matchups you have. So it's gonna be a crit build. So if there are gods that are going heavy physical, so if there's like Kazimbo, something that can reflect damage and go heavy physical defense, you probably do not ever want to do this. Now, if there's solo laners picking up Thorns, picking up Nemi and those kind of things, this could also be really annoying. But most of the time right now, people are not picking up those items. They're going high health, low defense. So this ends up working out, and you're able to just destroy people. straight up just destroy people. So it's the same with boots, same with Devo gloves, and then people are rushing into rage. It's weird. It's working. People are liking it. So that's what it is. And then you're going to go ahead and grab yourself some penetration, which is your executioner. And then you're grabbing yourself a Deathbringer. And then it's kind of like whatever you want to really do with it from here. You're seeing double lifesteal being the most common thing to come up first. So Aussie, because when you crit, you're lifestealing for I think like 500-600, and then people are selling boots and they're grabbing more attack speed and they're getting oboe. If your targets are tanky, they change up their builds, whatever, you can swap that out for more penetration. But this is a pretty core build that we've seen in the pro scene as of late. I don't know that I like this build. This would definitely be the build I wouldn't recommend for most of you. Lower end games, this will just pub stomp. It'll be fucking hilarious. The other build will be your more consistent build, in my opinion. So Rama's number 4. All right. So next up on the list, we're going to number 4. That was number 5. We're going to number 4. It is Chronos. Chronos has been seeing a lot of just seeing a shit ton of play lately, and I mean I think we all kind of know why. It's just because mages and double hunters and having all that attack speed right now and your ability to do objectives with it is much stronger, as well as Chronos being very safe. So that's why you are seeing that. You are seeing Hunter's Blessing into booties, into your Shoes of the Magi. You're seeing some people go tanky to be safe, especially if they're against another hunter. Then you're seeing them grab like Dynasty Plate Helm. That'll work for you. You'll sell that later for whatever damage item you want. So for now, let's just assume you're never going to be a scaredy. So you're just going to go ahead and you're going to grab your lifesteal. You're going to grab your demonic. You are going to grab your Telkines. At your Telkines, you're going to grab yourself some penetration, more penetration. It's going to be Obshard. A lot of people are going into Rod here for the power spike. That's just what we see the most of. At this point, you are sitting on your 6 items. And then if you move past that, you're seeing kind of a tanky item come up over boots. Whether that's a Magi's Blessing because they have a lot of CC, whether they have some annoying slow that they're chasing you down with, that might be a Wing Blade. Usually if you are grabbing the Wing Blade, that'll be a little bit earlier in your build just to keep you alive. But ideally, you could sell Shoes of the Magi for any power item or any defensive item. If you need to live, Magi's Mantle is sick. Mantle's really, really good because if you get low and you're ulting, that'll stun them and keep you alive. So ideally, Mantle or Magi's here. Just a smarter item to keep you guys alive, especially if your positioning isn't great. This would be a solid build for Chronos. I'm not going over the abilities because I feel like a lot of the abilities are pretty generic on how you're going to be leveling them. I think you guys can figure that out for the most part on all the hunters. So that is our number 4 hunter. And then we're going to go to number 3 on the list, which is AMC. I talked about 2 builds. I kind of lied. There's 2 alternative things that are going to come up. So you got AMC, that's number 3 on the list. AMC is very popular because super safe, because you can go this weird tankier build. So your early and mid game is safe. Late game, you're still kind of the same threat of dying. And then just your ability to poke people will be very, very annoying. Your rotations are fast because of your hives. You have self-vision because of the hives. And you can still do objectives very quickly with AMC, straight up. Your clear is also insanely good, so you get lots of pressure early if that's the route you go. All right, so we're going to go over the AMC janky build. I actually have a video up of this, and it was kind of fun. So I believe I went Mage's Blessing. Now, I have seen this build. It's just been a while since I've seen it, and it does work. It's pretty freaking hilarious. So just try it out, or just go normal hunter build. You can go one of the 2 I already showed you, probably the attack speed build. But if you want to have fun, try this build out. Believe I was going Mage's Blessing, and I was doing that into our health hammer, which is broken on most assassins. And I tell you to build on most assassins nowadays, it is going to turn into your Blackthorn. So here's your 2 starter items, and that's how it's going to be. You're going to go ahead and grab your booties. I was going Teleria boots to make yourself even quicker. You don't have a movement ability, so it's actually really sick. And then you're going in and you are finishing. That's really weird that it doesn't just show the cudgel. So you're finishing your Blackthorn hammer, and then you are grabbing a Gladiator shield. Now you have 20% CDR. You're extremely tanky. You have a shit ton of health. And you pretty much can't be ganked. It's nearly impossible to die with this. And you actually frag. You kind of just sit there auto-attacking and smacking kids. The Mage's Blessing just lets you spam your abilities because you do have more CDR. So you're sitting at 30% CDR actually once you have Mage's Blessing stacked up, and it's just really, really fun to do. You then go into a Soul Eater. You then go into some Penetration. Ideally, these items might be flip-flopped if you are really far ahead. You don't necessarily need the Penetration. It'll be nice to have. So you could go XE before Soul Eater, but with Soul Eater, you get true sustain versus the XE, plus you have 40% CDR, so it's even more fun. XE, and then you're grabbing yourself Kins here. I don't know why I can't find it. And you're at your 6 items. You can sell your Teleria boots for more penetration. Grab yourself a Titan's Bane. At late game, your Gladiator Shield starts to fall off, and this will just turn into either defensive item, Mage's Blessing, Mantle Discord if you need to live, or if you just want to go big dick and have more damage, you're going to get yourself an Oboe. And it kind of transitions. And then realistically, I wouldn't even sell the Blackthorn. You could, but the item is just insanely strong. I really like it. I think it's really good. This is enough for you to do whatever the fuck you want with. Honestly, right now, you literally do whatever you want with this build and just frag people. So it's super fun. Have fun trying that build out. Let me know if you've run it or you're going to run it or you do run it and how it goes for you. Because I suck dick at AMC in the ADC role. Like, my positioning is not good. I don't pay attention to jungle rotations. I literally got ganked like 4 times, and they could not kill me. Meanwhile, my team rotated later, and we just wiped them. Like, it's ridiculous. It's super fun. It's ridiculous. Definitely recommend. So that's number 3 on our list. Number 2 on our list is Janeway. Now, Janeway is still going to run those same 2 builds we talked about, but the difference is you're going to rush boots. Like, you're going to literally just rush boots. like you want boots. You want boots. So you're gonna go ahead and get your Hunter's Blessing, and you're gonna start boots, and then you're literally going to back and buy boots as soon as possible, like right away. Like back and get your boots. You can start with health pots and multi-pots still, like normal, just so you sustain through the lane. But as soon as you get boots, you back and you buy boots 3, and you're getting attack speed boots, and you're running your normal other builds that we talked about. And then finally on the list, number 1, not surprising, if you've been watching SPL, you've been watching competitive, you've been watching even ranked games, it's a little bit less common in ranked because your team synergy isn't as high, but it's still very strong if you are playing properly and you're paying attention to the map. It's Xbalanque, best ult in the game. Same builds apply. I definitely go the attack speed build on Xbalanque. Sick, you'll frag out. Your sustain is just nasty. The god already hits super hard. On top of that, the ultimate. Like, this god is literally played because of the ultimate. If you are not going to learn and pay attention to how to ultimate and see your team starting team fights, like essentially if you hear VGS, you hear gank, and then you see your rat about to ult in, or you see your team running at them, ult. Throw your ult up, help them get in, help them go. The best use of Xbalanque ult is this: as you want to engage, you throw it up because people get lost and they don't know what's going on. It's very strong, completely broken. Definitely needs to be used at the start of fights. Way more than needs to be once this fight is started. If you're using it once the fight is started, it's probably too late and it's not going to have the same effect. So remember that when playing this god. That's your top 5 hunters. That's your top 5 hunters, man. That's where we're at right now in the meta. You can play other things, like gods like Ho Yi have good matchups against other gods. Hachiman, very, very safe god. I just didn't want to throw him into the top 5. Those 2 would be ones I would easily, like, you could argue you can play them. Realistically, you can play whatever you want right now. All the hunters have potential, but those are your top 5. Simple. So remember, guys, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like, grab your Manscape, and I'll see you in the top 5/gameplay later today or tomorrow.